Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Don't face that court alone. Let the Wise Man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call the Wise Man team at Wise Man Lawyers.
Alright, today I'm at Wynnum Magistrates Court. Client was charged with low-range drink driving. That said, although it was low range, the reading was towards the upper end of the low-range bracket. Low range is 0.05 to 0.099. Mid-range kicks in at 0.1. My client's reading was 0.078, so that's obviously at the top end of the mid-range bracket. Worst case scenario was a 9-month disqualification. Mandatory minimum is 1 month. Initially, I was engaged initially to apply for a work licence. She hadn't lost her licence in the last 5 years, so that made her eligible to apply. But as a part of applying for a work licence, you need an affidavit from your employer saying that you will lose your job if you lose your licence. I did draft that affidavit, but the employer, for a number of reasons, wasn't comfortable signing it. The main reason being was that it was a bit too much of a stretch of the truth. The reality is she's been with the same organisation for 27 years, and they weren't going to fire her if she couldn't get to work for a modest period. So without that affidavit, an application was futile. The legislation's clear on it. You must have an affidavit from your employer stating that you will lose your income if you lose your licence. So without that, you're not going to properly get a work licence application. So the short version is the instructions were to forget the work licence and focus on getting this thing down as low as possible. As I said, worst case scenario is 9 months. Mandatory minimum 1 month, but the reading was a bit higher than I would have liked for when I normally push for 1 month. So I did push for 1 month. I made detailed verbal submissions about my client, her background, upbringing, education, employment, family situation, what happened on the day in question, the difficulties she'll suffer while she's off the road, notwithstanding the fact that she won't lose her job. I got her to do a reformatory course. I drafted a detailed affidavit addressing what she learned and got her to get some references based on a template that we give all of our clients. As I said, I did push hard for the minimum 1 month, but with a reading of 0.078, the magistrate just wasn't going to go there. If it was 0.05, 0.06 or even 0.071, I may very well have got it over the line, as I ordinarily do. But as I said, the halfway mark between the starting point and ending point of low range is 0.075, and as I said, my client was 0.078. The short version is I was, however, able to persuade the magistrate to give 6 weeks rather than 1 month. So he ordered that my client be disqualified for 6 weeks from today's date with a modest fine. But I also made further submissions with regard to the recording of a conviction. Given what my client does for a living, I'm not going to go into it, but given her role of employment, she had grave concerns with regard to the recording of a conviction, notwithstanding the fact that drink driving is not a criminal offence. No one ever gets a criminal conviction for drink driving. They only ever get a traffic conviction. But even so, my client was concerned with possible traffic conviction given what she does for a living. So I did make forceful submissions in that regard, which were ultimately successful. So again, 6-week disqualification, modest fine, and the magistrate did order that there be no conviction recorded. Client's happy. I'm Andrew Wiseman. Thanks for watching.
Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call the Wise Man team at Wise Man Lawyers.